don't even remember.
We're here, we're in it.
What we do anymore.
I don't know, we haven't done this forever. I mean, no one watches anyway, so.
7 to 12 people generally watch. 7 to 12.
So we're back for season 3.
I didn't know we had seasons.
I don't know. I
like
just feel
it.
like when we take a long break and then come back, it's
season 2?
the first time we took a long break
When
and then
was
came
that?
back.
What did we watch?
I don't remember.
I feel like this might be season 2.
No, because I feel like we just ended season 2.
When?
Because there was season 1,
When
and it had a break.
Okay.
And then we came back. And I can't remember what movie we came back with. And then we just did that again. So now we're in season 3.
I understand how seasons work.
I feel like you're not in it.
I'm in it. Look, this is like, look at all this arm over here. I'm in fully, my almost entire body is in it.
In it. You don't have any hair anymore. So what did we do? We watched Halloween H20. Because a long time ago we were doing the Halloween series and then Halloween ended and we stopped. Because we needed to do Christmas.
1 or 2 perhaps.
We did Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right, we sure did.
We had
to get in there. And you know what? We watched incredible films.
Great.
Really, Thanksgiving has an excellent selection.
Yeah, whatever. Blood Rage.
Blood Rage.
So good.
Really good. Loved it.
Such a good one. That movie is great.
But that's not what we're here to talk about.
We're here to talk about H2O.
H2O. Which I saw in theaters.
And so did I.
So, we aren't tied on this one because you've obviously watched it many times, and I think I've watched it twice. But that's really high for me.
So we were at 13.
This is my third viewing. Mostly because of Josh Hartnett. I just know that to be true. I'm positive.
Terrible hair.
Awful hair. Terrible.
But we loved that. We loved it. Did we?
I don't know. It was like he could just hang glide. He just could.
So Halloween H2O, 20 years later. Halloween water.
Yeah, why is Halloween water is such a dumb name?
It's just like,
and there's nothing watery about it. They're in California.
Right. They're in a drought.
No water. They're in a desert, in a drought.
So it's 20 years after the original Halloween, and we catch up with
Lori.
Because this ignores 4, 5, and 6.
And just picks up here.
And just goes from after 2.
1.
It's 1, 2, H2O.
Resurrection.
And then Resurrection, but Resurrection's a whole mess.
Okay.
Busta is the best thing about Resurrection.
Oh, Busta Rhymes?
Yeah.
In your face, LL Cool J. In your voice. Busta Rhymes is a rapper.
And so we catch up with Carrie Tate, who is the headmistress.
Oh, that's her fake name?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's headmistress of a posh boarding school.
Tate.
And Carrie Tate is Laurie Strode.
Whose brother killed her sister.
Yeah.
And then a bunch
with
of
a really
her
big
friends.
kitchen knife.
I don't know if you guys know the premise.
You know.
Dr. D.L. Harden told us all about it. What is it? What's his name?
Dr. Loomis.
Loomis.
And I said Dr. D. I don't know why. So I was thinking of Halloween 3 and Tom Atkins, and he is like Dr. D.
I understand.
Because he's like
getting it in.
Doctor.
Yeah. Like Aaron Arkin. Andre Arkin.
Adam Arkin. Adam Arkin's trying to get it in.
Looking all Chris Parnell up in here.
He's cute. I'm like into it.
I think
he does look like Chris Parnell. He is. Like, he's like a man.
Yeah.
It's like 1998.
Yeah.
So we meet like John Tate, who is Harry's son. And
Josh
that's
Hartnett
Josh Hartnett.
introducing
Josh Hartnett. And he's like gorgeous. Terrible hair.
He wears these massive
shirts.
Like double XL, and he's like 95
She was
pounds.
like, it looks insulated.
It looked like so puffy on him that it looked like.
Well, then he tucked it in.
Down.
He tucked it in.
Yeah, and then it was that weird skinny.
And it was like better.
Yeah,
because
like
dress shirts are always like bags.
Like in Backstreet Boys video.
Like I Want It That Way video, or like any of their videos. Yes.
Yeah.
And like.
Yeah.
Close. You get the wind machine.
Want it that way.
Yes, and I want it that way. I feel like there's a few.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Tell me why. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
That didn't come out till after this movie.
Oh. Fun fact.
There's like Yosemite. There's like this Yosemite trip, and John really wants to go on this Yosemite trip, and Lori is like.
And I thought it was just like a trip with his friends, which I could see being an asshole about. But really, okay, hear me out. If he's after Lori, then the best thing would be for John to be away. Is John's real name John, or is that a fake name?
I don't know.
Because Tate's a fake last name, right?
Tate's a fake last name. I don't know.
Tell me why.
And Lori just ain't having it. She's not letting him go to Yosemite.
And it's the whole school that she's the head mistress
of. It's the whole
school. The entire school.
So it's like, I guess I would send him out of town, but she's very codependent on him.
She is. Which is what he yells towards her.
Because he's 17.
I'm not responsible for you, Mom.
What the fuck, John? What the freak, John?
Oh yeah, we watched
the edited one because I couldn't find my DVDs. I don't know where they are.
Is it right there? I see 1 and 2.
No, yeah, well those are the brand new ones I got.
Oh. Well, you don't have H20 in there anyway.
No, H20 is not in there. I don't know where that. I have the whole set and I don't know where it went. It was in my room forever. I don't know where it is.
Well, anyway.
So him and his friends
he wants to go on this trip, but instead they plan like a protest
Halloween thing
in the basement of the school.
Molly Michelle Williams, Jen from Dawson's Creek can't go because of like
she's working or something.
Yeah, and like her tuition's like falling through or something.
Right, which is why she's working.
And Jodie Lynn O'Keefe, and Jodie Lynn O'Keefe isn't going
because she's too cool.
Because she went with her family, and it's lame. It's lamer than lame.
And then nerdy
Charlie,
weirdly popular boy.
I think he was always just staying with Jodie Lynn O'Keefe because they're like together. So
lovers.
Yeah, they plan this, and Michael shows up. I mean, it's really kind of straightforward. Yeah. Michael shows up to the school because of course he does, because of course he knows where she is.
5 years ago.
Yes. Because in the opening, he goes after Marion Crane, who was the nurse in the first one and the second one, and like gets her address and stuff.
And Joseph Gordon-Levitt gets killed.
He does with a nice skate. It's great. You don't see it, but it doesn't even matter to me because it's such a good reveal.
It looks good,
and
too.
It's just great.
They did a great job with the makeup.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It looks very realistic.
Love him.
98.
Arguably the most
famous,
famous person in this movie.
Other than Jamie Lee Curtis. She was in Freaky Friday. Don't know if you know that.
That came after.
Get out! Oh,
that was
after. She's the
after.
crypt keeper.
Because we were in like high school.
Yeah. She's in.
I've just sneezed, but I don't know.
True Romance. So. Don't you forget it.
True Lies.
True Lies. I always do that. You're so cool.
You're so cool. See, but you know the movies. True Lies.
True Lies. Whose eyes are those?
That's from They Live.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, we haven't watched that one. We should watch that.
Is it zombies?
No, the aliens?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's kind of a zombie title. They Live.
John Carpenter, Roddy Piper.
Oh, Rowdy Roddy.
Yeah, Rowdy Roddy. Rowdy Roddy. There's like a 10-minute fight scene in the middle of it.
Is it like pro wrestling fighting?
It's like street fighting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Local hero. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Local hero.
Yeah. I saw him at a Cher concert. It was wonderful.
I saw him in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I used to watch him all the time when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
I loved wrestling when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I'm not sure we were allowed to watch it.
Probably
Brittany loved
not.
wrestling. Brittany, I think, still kind of loves wrestling.
I like watch it every so often, but I haven't like kept up
know
with
who
it, so
The
I don't
Miz
really know
was?
anyone. Yeah, I know who the Miz was. Well, and I watched The Real World,
Oh, and he was
and
on
he
the
was
Real
on
World?
Back to New York season.
Oh.
And
Was
then
he the
did a
Miz
whole,
already?
He was like trying to be the Miz.
Oh.
He really was, and he like made it happen.
Yeah, good for him.
And he like did the challenges a lot after that. And I watched
the, like,
a few
Road
of
Rules
his, yeah,
stuff?
the Road Rules Real World challenge.
Yeah.
And I would watch that sometimes.
Huh.
I'm on it. I've always been a fan of the Miz.
Well, I'm so proud of him starting
I
all
think
the way
he's
from
good.
the bottom and making it all the way to Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
And doing
I think he
really
won
well.
I think he won the challenge like a few
He might
times
win this
too,
challenge.
So like
I mean, I don't think he will. I think JoJo Siwa will. But,
she's good. What if
She
it was
never-
Olivia Jade?
you know, I hate to admit it, but she's an
A good
incredible
little
dancer. She's fun to watch. She could totally win it.
Melora. I like Melora.
Me too.
There's a good it's a
Mel
good season.
C.
Mel C's good.
Good.
It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be a tight competition, you guys. Dancing with the Stars
Dancing.
vlog. What did you think of the Paso Doble? That Michael Ian Black, nope.
No, that is not at all
That
correct.
James Michael Mayhem, what's his name?
Who? I don't even know you've gotten so far
What's
off.
the guy's name who did the Paso Doble with his girlfriend?
Oh, Brian Austin
Brian
Green.
Austin Green.
So far off. Michael
I-
Ian Black.
That'd be hilarious. I'd love to
I
watch
know,
him on
that'd be
Dancing with
great.
the Stars. Anyway, I just feel like it was a ripoff of
It was.
James Vanderbeek.
It was. I'm over them.
I'm over them. Spoiler alert, voted off. Fucking finally. Jesus, it's been weeks of them
Just
poorly dancing together.
Anyway,
Must be an incredible disappointment.
back to this Halloween shindig.
Yeah.
Michael shows up.
Michael shows up
Michael
to
shows
this Halloween.
up.
He is
Takes care of Charlie.
in there. Takes care of him.
And
Who's
then
Charlie?
is the nerdy friend.
Oh, yeah.
And
Which we
then-
knew he would because Charlie went off on his own to get the alcohol. And that's going to get you
And
killed.
like the wine opener.
Yeah. And he went up the
Dumbwaiter.
dumbwaiter.
Which are terrifying. They freak me out. I like them in movies though because it always like stresses me out.
I just feel like it's like a laundry chute and it's like this imaginary idea that it would be so much fun. And in reality, it'd probably
Scares
hurt.
me. It scares me.
Like
It scares
riding
me.
down the laundry chute, being like
I
riding
mean, it's
in-
not comfortable.
No.
It's not comfortable. That one is big.
Huge.
No, it's
So you can
huge.
send food up and down.
Yeah, I guess
like
I need like
platters of food.
racks. Of
Yeah, racks on
platters.
racks on racks.
Racks on racks on racks. Yeah. So I guess Yes. I just feel like I would get in and it would fall.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's
the danger. Yeah. Yeah. And they don't have to like protect food the same way as like regular elevators have safety nets kind of in place. Like anti-fall to the ground devices. What do you think those are called?
What?
Anti-fall to the ground devices.
Oh.
Safety measures.
Shocks?
Maybe.
Safety measures.
Think they're on springs and
like,
they just like
bounce. Boop, 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 boop.
But you'd throw up.
We didn't ride that when we were there.
Oh yeah? How'd you do?
We didn't ride it.
Oh.
Because it was a 90-minute wait, and I was like, I don't really
wait.
care. And I was like, we've both ridden it.
And he threw up.
I threw up the last time. It was bad. I can't believe you didn't.
I didn't have a problem with it, but
It went up and down.
It will be one of my
12
favorite
times.
memories forever. But not necessarily because you threw up, more than
because
the
the
guy
with
the
the turkey leg who knew I was gonna throw up.
And then was like annoyed.
He said you look like you're gonna throw up.
Oh man. So Michael shows up, he takes care of Charlie. He's in the dumbwaiter. They body reveal him in the dumbwaiter, and then his girlfriend from She's All That comes and finds him. And then Michael shows up again and fucking like lunges at her and like almost leaves a knife in her. He hits the leg so hard. Like he's to the bone for sure.
He's got force. Terrible mask. Has a lot of force.
Awful mask. Not a good mask really in the whole.
None of them. There's like 7 different masks in this movie, and none of them are good.
They're humorous. They're funny.
The eyes are really big.
Yeah. Which is odd because they're supposed to be black as night.
The devil's eyes, and all you see is skin.
Yeah,
like,
it's just regular eyes. And then William Shatner. It's weird. So,
this franchise has bad masks.
But otherwise, like, this was a good movie. I enjoyed it. And then she tries to get out of the dumbwaiter, and Michael, like, cuts the cable, and it falls on her leg and, like, crushes it. It's nasty. Oh, it's
like
nasty.
Hanging there.
Ugh. They did a good job with that. It hurt to see. And then in the meantime, Jamie Lee Curtis is talking to Alan Arkin's son. Adam.
Will.
And she's telling him who she really is. And he's making out with her.
He's trying to get it in.
He is. Trying real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Pretending it could be a joke. Basically.
And she's telling him.
Yeah. And then he realizes it's not a joke. And then she realizes that she was 17 when she was first attacked, which I feel like she'd have very much already thought of.
I mean...
He's been 17 for 2 months,
right,
for starters.
As soon as he, like...
At
you're like
15,
right?
You're thinking
you're like,
about
he's
it.
Going to be 17 soon.
In 2
like,
years.
You think about it.
You'd think about it.
You think about it. Be like,
but anyway,
when I was 17, I was almost brutally butchered.
Suddenly realizes it. And it's like, I haven't heard from him. Rah! And then all the phones are dead. And then LL Cool J comes over and he's like, all the phones are dead. And there's this weird truck outside, but I don't see anybody. Mm-hmm. Then what?
And then, like, Michael walks in behind him. He sneaks in. So Michael sneaks in.
Sneaking in to the... We saw him... Oh, we knew that already.
We knew that because this is before. He sneaks
into the house part. Where they're making out?
Right, yes.
Which is also part of the school. Because then when she runs down the hall, they're like in the school. So they were just making out in like a faculty living room?
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
It's confusing, the layout of this house school thing.
That's weird.
She lives in the entire school.
She does.
Which is odd.
Yeah.
Usually it's just like there's an area where people have residence, but this whole school is.
I think it's like, well, but I think she has like that apartment.
Then they run into the school?
Yeah, then they run into the school.
But they don't leave the building, right?
Right.
Or do they?
Or they do, but it's all like connected. Mm. They might go through the breezeway, you know? They have a breezeway.
Yeah. Southern California, Northern California, lots of breezeways.
We had a breezeway in Cottage Grove High School. We had two breezeways, and it was gross.
All the time. We had 3 separate buildings, but there were no breezeways. It was like cross the actual street, don't get hit by cars.
Wow. Yeah. Suburban schools.
Suburban schools. And then one of them was condemned because we had that earthquake. Did you guys have an earthquake when we had an earthquake?
No.
In like 2002? Yeah, we had an earthquake. And it was weird because we were at school when it happened.
Wild. Did you go under the desks?
Yeah. Eventually figured that out. But in the cafeteria, the lights were hung by like chains, and then they were like fluorescent lights, and they were like breaking off and swinging back and forth. It was very scary.
That's scary.
Yeah, and then they condemned that building and made it administrative.
Did you all walk out in the parking lot?
Yeah, we had to be outside. And I was like, "Do you feel okay?" to my friend, and she was like, "I feel dizzy," and then we were like, "This is an earthquake!" So then we had to get inside, which was weird. Anyway, whatever. And that's what Halloween H20 is all about.
Earthquakes.
California. There's a fault. So he sneaks into the house, and then Alan Arkin's son and Jamie Lee Curtis are walking down the hallway, and she can tell that
Well, they run into
Michael.
John. Well, they get John and Molly. Did we talk about that already?
Did that already happen? When does he shoot?
He shoots him right before, right?
I think so.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Sorry.
No, is that right?
I think so, yes. Okay. I got lost.
And then Alan Arkin's son shoot Michael Myers. No, he thinks it's Michael Myers, but it's obviously LL Cool J. Like, from a distance, you can really tell that it's someone in a uniform and not Michael Myers.
Yes.
Really obvious.
It's very obviously LL Cool J.
You know it immediately.
You know it's the one who the ladies love.
Yes. What's his name in it?
Crap. I don't remember. It's LL. He's writing romance novels. Yeah. His whole, story is that he talks to his fiance. Yeah. And reads her what he's writing constantly.
Yeah. And it's constantly. All, sweaty, sexy.
And I don't think he ever leaves this school.
No, he works 24 hours a day. We established that he's a 24-hour-a-day guard.
No relief. There's just one security guard.
He's never supposed to leave his post.
Never.
Ever. Because he does for a little bit to walk the perimeter, and that was a mistake.
He can't do that. So that happens. Michael, they hear Jody Lynn O'Keefe screaming, and then they turn off the Creed.
Right.
They're they turn off. They're like, what's this life for? Gotta turn that off because I heard some shit go down.
Yeah. So.
And then they go and wander, and then
Joshua Jackson. No,
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett. I'm so sorry. Not even close.
I'm embarrassed for you.
Sorry.
But you know that.
I didn't even like Joshua Jackson. It was like, so I know who they are. I'm sorry. People liked him and I didn't, and I can't believe I made that mistake.
I always liked Joshua Jackson.
Yeah, lots of people did. I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
I don't know. What else? I don't know what's happened so far.
Well, they run into Michael.
LL Cool J's dead.
LL Cool J's dead. They run into Michael. And then he like chases them through the school.
He chases them about the school. First just Lori, and then everybody, and then just Lori again, because she's like sends everybody away. What happens?
But there's that whole thing where like Molly and John get to the gate, and then gotta get in the gate,
right.
The door, and they drop the keys, and he's slicing through the gate.
Yeah.
And then Jamie gets
That's
them inside.
when they find them, and then they have the moment where it's brother and sister face together through the...
Yes, and it's iconic. It's iconic.
And then, basically, he chases them pretty much the rest of the film through the school. And then Laurie Strode kills him by stabbing him over and over and over and over.
Well, and...
Oh,
yes.
Did I skip stuff?
No, like LL stops her.
Oh yeah.
Cause she like stabs him over and over, and then he falls. I mean, she's gonna do. She goes down there to go finish it off.
And LL
like, stops. He's dead.
He's dead.
Which we thought LL was dead.
Right.
There was a lot of blood. There was so much
apparently
blood.
It just grazed him, and he was like not even concerned about it.
Just a little flesh wound. Not even a big deal. A lot of blood.
Lots.
Just a big bleeder.
But I guess, like, if you cut your finger and it bleeds, like, profusely.
Profusely. Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
I felt like he was shot in the gut and bled a lot.
And it's like his ear was nicked or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. He
stops her from doing that.
And then
because she sent Molly and John to go get
the police. Because
she like kicks the gate thing so he can't get out. She breaks that. She grabs an axe. It's really badass.
It is.
She's badass.
She seems like she's been preparing for this her whole life.
But I guess she has in a way, but she hasn't.
Right. Or hasn't.
Not
at
like
all,
in
really.
like in the 2018 one, she like has mannequins set up and she prepares.
Not in this one. It's like, wow, she's in pretty good shape. She could really kick stuff and like swing an axe. Mm-hmm. But maybe that has nothing to do with. Maybe it's all just her drinking that keeps her in such incredible health, and her substance abuse.
And so they're like patching her up and loading Michael in.
And then she, like, mugs the police.
Grabs an axe, mugs the police. Gun. Gets the gun and gets in the coroner's van and takes off. Takes off. Because she's like, I know he's not dead.
And she's driving, like, about hell.
And guess what? He's not dead. Because he starts coming out of that body bag they zipped him up in.
Which I feel like would be the moment I pull over.
Well, she's determined.
She doesn't want him to get out.
No.
That's what it is.
She wants to end this. Evil dies tonight.
Crash Thelma and Louise them. Basically, it seems, is her plan. Murder-suicide.
Yeah. So he's like coming for her. And she slams on the brakes and he flies out the windshield. And...
then she waits for him to get up.
She waits for him to get up. And she fucking guns that. She guns it. She guns it.
That Econo Lodge van. Econo Line van.
Econo Line.
Lodge that's a place
that
to stay.
That is a place to stay. They probably have a van like that.
They probably do. They pick you up from the airport in it.
Yeah. And they fly off the fucking cliff. Like, they fly off a hillside.
They do.
And that van tumbles and flips and
Jamie Lee Curtis is thrown clear.
She makes a daring escape out of the van, and it's fine.
And it's
perfectly
near
fine.
the axe.
Lands near the axe. Michael lands against a tree, and then the van pins him against the tree. So,
and then
ow.
the van catches on fire.
And it catches on fire when she has that axe.
Which doesn't seem to affect him, the fire. It's kind of weird they have the van catch on fire.
I know, because it's not like it blows up.
Yeah, nothing happens.
And they have like a moment. He's like looking for his head, and he's fine. And then they like have a moment when they like kind of touch hands, and then she
cuts his head off.
chops his fucking head off.
She does it.
And it's over.
Memorable. And it's over.
It's one of the best endings of like movies.
It is
definitely in the Halloween franchise.
Yeah, it's a
one
good
of the best
ending.
endings.
Yes, really enjoyed it.
There is one after this.
Right, Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Which we need, that will be next. That'll be next time on The Price is Right.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll have to watch a good movie.
Something with Michael Ian Black in it.
Because Resurrection's not a good movie, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Well, we can watch those.
We can watch these. I liked this one. This is Halloween Kills. I liked it.
Yeah, it's cute. Sure. I haven't seen the movie.
I liked it. A lot of people don't like it.
But this is a Danny McBride production. So
David Gordon Green, Danny McBride.
I feel like
co-production.
what's not to love? I've seen Land of the Lost. He does incredible work.
These new movies have divided fans.
Interesting. I'm excited.
2018's okay. I don't think it's as revolutionary as they think it is. I like this one. I thought it was fun. I think that people need to get over that these aren't prestige movies. And I think they have it in their head that these are prestige movies.
Like what else would qualify as that? Like The Shining?
Yeah, like these are like revolutionary, award-winning films. And they're not.
Right.
They're not. They're not saying, I just, like, all this stuff, they're like, this is about the Me Too movement. This takes on the mom mentality we saw with Black Lives Matter. I'm like, I don't think any of that, I don't think that matters. They try to make it so much more serious
They
than
make
it
it
is.
like there's intention.
But I like this one,
behind
it's
it,
fun.
and
Yeah,
it's
I'm
really
like, there's
just
not.
like,
It's just a horror movie.
Okay.
We're gonna kill a bunch of firemen. Whatever. It's cool.
Well, someday I'll see it, and then
Yeah, we'll watch them.
I'll report out. On
We
what
still have to
I
watch 4, 5, and 6. Resurrection, and then 4, 5, and 6.
did. Oh,
Oh,
he's
he does work.
batteries. Well, you guys can't really tell.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
That's cute. He's cute.
He is cute.
Does his mouth light up?
His, like, face lights up red. His mouth is
Oh.
closed.
Okay, yeah.
It's like Pirates of the
He's cute,
Caribbean.
yeah. I like how he's got a candle on there.
Dead men tell
Like,
no
this would be a
tales.
messed up thing to do to somebody's skull.
That's really, I like
Think
it's
about
cool.
it.
I would do that.
Yeah.
You can do that to my soul.
Thank you. I will. I hope he like this is what he really wanted.
You wanted that?
So, good thing we're still talking.
I know.
We've said
Are we
just as
done?
much. I think I can't see the amount of time we've spent.
It is
running.
33
You know how I
minutes
feel.
and 47
Well,
seconds.
that's perfect.
That's like perfect.
Yeah, we're perfect.
So we're done. We'll see you again.
I have regular energy, not low.